we entitled our topic for tonight as Empowerment Unlocked. So from the get-go, di ba, meron na tayong idea, no, about the topic. And we know, no, that's why this is our topic for tonight. In our personal and professional lives, we encounter, sabi nga, di ba, ni Paul, trials of various kinds, no, that are very unique in our season as professionals, no, as YAs. And there are really moments and probably a lot of instances wherein when we hit rock bottom, no, we feel like victims tayo ng circumstances natin. Sinong medyo, yun, nakaka-relate doon or na-experience na yun at some point in their lives? Wala. Ako lang pala. Sige, wait. Ayan, meron. Thank you for your honesty. So, feeling natin, sometimes there's no way out. Of course, that is sometimes outside, kapag ka nanlalamig tayo sa Panginoon, no? And sometimes even, kapag ka nasa peak tayo ng pagiging even active natin sa church or sa walk natin in the Lord, talagang fuel tayo by it. But there are still moments that would test us and really make us feel like, saan to patungo, di ba? Is there a way out? Will I be empowered again or feel empowered again after this? No? And sometimes we can admit that we even question the Lord, no, in or amidst all these experiences. So, yan, kaya yan ang ating topic for tonight. So, just to give a quick outline of what we are going to talk about. So, we'll define empowerment from its original definition up until up to sa operational definition niya, or how it's really alive, or how it ano yung meaning niya sa buhay natin bilang mananampalataya. So, we'll also have some practical tips as to how we can be or feel and be more empowered. And ultimately, ano nga yung lugar nito? Diba? Ano yung purpose nito sa buhay natin bilang Kristiyano? And so, before that, we need everybody's participation. Don't worry, I won't ask around. No? Alam kong marami sa ating shy type. So, we prepared a Mentimeter for you guys. I hope okay lang, nabuksan natin yung phones natin ngayon. Alam nyo na to, guys. No? Nagawa na to ni Pastor Erland last time. And gagawin natin ulit ngayon. So, just key in this code sa menti.com. Ayan. Menti.com. And testing natin kung tama yung code. Otherwise, i-ano natin siya ulit. Ira-run natin siya. Sige po. And sino po ang nandun na? Ayan. Ayan. So, hindi na natin mapapakita sa screen, pero nandyan. For those who are already able to go to the link, may question dyan. And don't worry, hindi rin namin malalaman, hindi malalaman ng kahit sino kung ano yung in-input nyo. So you can answer as honestly as possible. You can be very transparent with your answer. Ang tanong lang naman, di ba? What makes you feel empowered the most? Or what makes you feel empowered? Ayan. Any top-of-mind answer. No? Pwede Tagalog, pwede Taglish, pwedeng phrase, pwedeng word lang. So yan, meron na faithfulness, love, care. Ganda. Yan. Pwede naman pong umulit ng sagot kung yun din talaga yung sagot ninyo. No? Honesty. Wow. Worship, ayan. Encouragement, mentoring, That's nice to know, no? Talagang lahat ito maire-relate natin sa buhay Kristiyano natin. Ang babait ng sagot ninyo. Nag-expect ako ng ilang mga makamundong sagot. Hindi, joke lang. Hindi, I'm really encouraged, no? Ang ganda ng format ngayon na even ako as a speaker, no, with what we've had earlier, of course, the praise and worship, and then the testimonies of Nika and Josh, no, talagang very edifying and encouraging. Doon pa lang busog na tayo, right? So, ayan. Pati ko mabasa. Dedication. Ayan. Socialize or socialization. Okay. So, mapapansin nyo guys, merong words na mas malaki yung font than others. So, ibig sabihin, mas maraming sumagot nun. Ganun siya sa Mentimeter. Alright, sige, may hahabol pa po ba? Or isasara na natin ng tindahan? Yan, words of encouragement, faith, socialize. Thank you so much for the tech team na kita natin sa screen yung mga sagot ng bawat isa. Ayan. Money, ayan, no, 'di ba? Napaka-honest, 'di ba? Nakaka-empower naman talaga. Right? With the, of course, right motive. Okay. Ayan, lumiliit na yung screen. Ibig sabihin, dumadami na yung inputs, no? Pero nababasa pa rin naman natin. And I think ang pinaka maraming sumagot ay love. Alright. Sige, thank you guys for your participation. We have one last question, no? Yung kabaliktaran naman nito. So, what makes you feel least empowered? Ayan. Yun na ba yung automatically na ba siya nadadirect doon after this? Kita nyo guys. Ito. Okay. Ito yung sa least empowered. Oo nga, no? So, meron isa pang question box dito. Ayan. Sige, kung hindi natin siya magagawa sa Menti, I would have to go around and randomly ask you guys. Patry nga, meron dyan.
Ano po yun? List po talaga yung lumabas.
List yung lumabas. Tapos ngayon lumabas yung what makes you feel. Ayun nga, list. Yan na yung question. Sa list. Tapos wala nang next na lumabas. Sige guys. I'm not sure kung mahahalo siya doon. Pero makikita naman natin ano yung new inputs eh. So, I think only yung tries. Can you guys answer this time, yung least naman, no? Nagka-ano lang tayo, technical difficulty. No? But the question earlier, ayan, nasagot nyo naman. Obviously, itong answers nyo point to things that make you feel empowered. This time, ayan, what makes you feel least empowered? Ayun, meron na. Feeling alone. Masasegregate naman natin, no? Kung ano yung empowering dyan at hindi. Financial. Ayan, siguro financial status or problems. Titingnan ko nga sa screens nyo. Hindi ko na mabasa dito. Ay, hindi pala kita. Dito siya. Okay. Sige, randomly. Okay lang ba sa'yo, Justin? Sabihin mo yung sagot mo. For everybody to hear.
Oh. Ano ba to, Pas? What makes me least empowered? Ano ba yung sinagot ko? I have 3 kanina. Discouragement, heartbreaks, and yung third is yung disappointments. Actually, yung disappointments yung pinaka sa kanila talaga, yung least. Least empowered, tama ba? Tama, least empowered. Ayun nga, disappointments, that you've got plans, then yung may mga bagay na mangyayari na hindi siya according to what you planned it out. Yun. So, kaya minsan yung disappointments sa situation, disappointments sa sarili, ayun yung nakakapag-discourage sa akin, yung hindi ako na-empowered sa mga bagay na yun. Ayun na po, ma'am. Inong spot niyo ako, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Justin, for that honest answer. And I'm sure maraming nakarelate. Sino dito, yun din, no? Yung itatype sana or what you have in mind. Discouragements, disappointments, when our plans get frustrated, diba? Hindi natutuloy yung plano natin. Ako, I can resonate with that. No? Thank you for sharing that, Justin. I think one more. Ayan, kayo naman po. Ano pong name nyo?
Monica po. Ano po for me, least empowered, kapag po may mga negative people around you. Kaya it's important to surround yourself with people full of wisdom para ma-direct ka nila sa magandang path, magandang mindset.
Yes, sobrang relatable din, no? Thank you, Monica, for sharing that. Negative people or anything negative sa environment natin dahil contagious siya eh. 'Di ba? Garbage in, garbage out. So whatever you fill your minds in, your day with, yun din talaga no, yung lalabas sa atin. Baka may gustong mag-volunteer. Wala na, sige. But I know, yun nga, we all have our answers no, to this question. And for example, kay Justin, 3 yung na-identify niya. No? And some of us can have a long list of things that might make us feel or we have experienced that those things really made us feel least empowered or unempowered. So, well, the reality is, yun nga, the fact that we were able to identify na may mga bagay that make us feel least empowered, nag-exist siya. No? Our lives will never be free of things that are beyond our control, of things that would make us feel sad, make us feel, yun nga, least empowered. But, of course, the good news also is that despite the presence of those things, we can still be empowered. No? And dun sa how later, dun natin siya, pupuntahan natin siya later. But for now, ayan, punta muna tayo sa definition ng empowerment so that we would all be on the same page, no? On how we define empowerment. So, pumunta muna tayo sa dictionary definition. I'm not sure kung medyo malinaw siya from your end, guys. Pasensya na sa font and style. But from Merriam-Webster, it says here, it is the state of being empowered to do something. No, the power, right, or even authority to do something. Simply put, no, understandable naman or easy to understand yung dictionary definition. Now, sa context ng psychology, this is how the American Psychological Association Dictionary of Psychology defines it, no, or puts it. It is the promotion of skills, knowledge, and confidence necessary to take greater control of one's life. So, medyo iba, pero may pagkakahalintulad sila. Tingnan natin yung sumunod na definition sa context ng mental health. No? Kasi itong topic ng empowerment, talagang topic siya or na pag-uusapan siya in the field of psychology because it directly affects one's well-being. No? Not only our mental health, but our overall well-being. So in the mental health context, empowerment refers to the level of choice, influence, and control that users of mental health services can exercise over the events in their lives. And then, anong implication nun for the individual, for us as individuals? So the empowerment process means overcoming a state of powerlessness and gaining control over one's life, or of one's life. Makikita natin na ang commonality dito sa mga nabanggit na definition, no, is having a sense of control or greater sense of control over our lives. With that, implied na once we have control, we are empowered. No? Kasi yung choices are made available to us and we have the freedom to choose among those choices that we have. So, tingnan natin ngayon, ano yung ganap nga niya, no? Ano yung role niya sa overall well-being natin? How does empowerment play a role in our overall well-being? Sige. So, in our overall well-being, yun nga, we know that it is a key ingredient, as mentioned earlier. It is crucial because in order for us to achieve, no, a healthy psychological state, a healthy physical state, lahat ng aspeto ng buhay natin, we need to have a greater control or choice and even influence over our own lives. So, makikita natin dito, no, na saan ba ito patungo? So, we're going to ask the question, how? How are we going to be more in control of our lives? Kaso yun nga, may presence ng, sabi ni Monica, mga negative people. Or probably, we encounter negative circumstances, discouragements, disappointments, setbacks. Ano ngayon yung pwede nating i-adjust? Yung mga bagay na yun, that is beyond our control. Right? Sige. So, bagamat we cannot always control our situations and circumstances, but again, the good news is what we can control is how we respond to those and how we manage ourselves. Now, this is not a new information. This is something that you have probably heard time and again, but sometimes we lose sight of this perspective. No, nadadala tayo minsan, nakikarry away tayo ng emosyon natin, no, at nagiging reactors tayo ng mga circumstances natin at ng yun nga say ng ibang tao, ng ugali ng ibang tao. But yun nga, kaya natin to, no? We can take control of our emotions and responses, and with that mas may sense of control tayo generally of our lives. So here are just some practical tips on how we can turn our limitations or those limitations in our lives to liberation. We'll go through this very quickly lang kasi later babalikan natin tong points na ito. No? Sige. We have 8. Dami, no? Pero maikli lang to. Sige. So first, focus on self-reflection. Very timely na nag-start yung asynchronous devotion ninyo. And like what Nika mentioned earlier, no, yung diary, pang self-reflection yan. But what is beautiful or even more beautiful about doing your journal or devotional journals is it's not only reflecting on yourselves or your emotions, but yung word, diba, that you have received. That's what you are processing there and how you can relate to that. Pero dito, on a very, siguro secular sense, no, very important pa rin yung self-reflection because it improves our self-awareness and helps us identify unhelpful thinking patterns. Mas paglalaanan natin ng oras yung pag-upo natin at yun nga, pagmumuni-muni sa paano ba ako nag-react today sa mga nangyari sa akin. No? What went through? And how did I react? How did I respond? So, reflecting on those would help us identify unhelpful thinking patterns na minsan, yun nga, nagiging root ng feeling natin na victim tayo ng circumstances natin or yung victim complex, simply put. No, next, ayan, very simple lang naman. Focus on your strengths. But I think we have to establish the why here, no? This is not only for you to make yourselves feel good. Na, ay, okay, ito yung strengths ko. Ipapang-brag ko to or what. Hindi, no? But the purpose of this approach is to allow us to see ourselves at our best. And just by through that, no, nakikita natin yung value na ibibigay natin in our roles, in our church community. So, there. No? Kumbaga, yung focus natin, hindi doon sa mga yun nga, disappointments na nangyayari sa buhay natin. Although, we cannot discount the fact that it's there. But when we shift our focus, diba, on what we can bring on the table, then, mas gumagaan din, diba, yung pakiramdam natin. And mas, yun nga, may control tayo over our responses and emotions. So, next, ayan. Sino dito yung very challenging for them to kumbaga reframe their thoughts, no? Na nauunahan kayo ng negative thoughts. Hindi pa dumadating yung sitwasyon, feeling mo na merong negative na mangyayari. Or, nako, hindi ko to kaya. Nako, parang nakikita ko pangit yung mangyayari dito. Minsan ba, ganun tayo? Ayan, there are some who are nodding. So, it's normal, no? There are really, especially yun nga, kapag halimbawa, hindi balanced yung hormones natin. Mas prone tayo, no, sa ganung mga responses. Ano pa, syempre, yun nga, kung may malaking unos tayo sa buhay, mas prevalent, no, yung pagkakaroon ng negative thoughts. But, yun nga, whenever we challenge negative thoughts, it prevents ourselves from taking responsibility for solving problems. No? So, challenge negative thoughts that prevent yourself from taking responsibility for solving problems. So, we need to have that frame of mind na yun nga, hindi tayo victim. We can solve our problems kung ano man yung na-experience mong challenge at this point. And when we transform our thoughts from I can't to I can, then yun nga, mas na-own natin, no, yung responsibility natin for that situation or in that situation. Next, adopt a growth mindset. Sino dito nakarinig na nung term na growth mindset? Medyo buzzword ito in the 21st century scene. No? Yung opposite siya ng fixed mindset. No? Pagka growth mindset, yun nga, it has something to do with reframing pa rin ng pag-iisip natin. Kasi ang default, yun nga we are prone to think negatively muna, to doubt things, to doubt ourselves. And so, yun nga, by reframing setbacks as a natural part of the human experience and opportunities for learning and personal development, na ganun natin makita yung setbacks. Because again, yun nga, hindi naman posible na yung buhay natin ay walang problema or na hindi tayo dadaan sa problema day in, day out. No, we might not notice it. We are solving problems. May kinakaharap tayong problema sa araw-araw at meron tayong pinipili, 'di ba, na choice whether we are going to, yun nga, solve it or papadala ba tayo sa emosyon natin, etc. But that's one way, no, to help us overcome, no, feeling, yun nga, victimized by our circumstances. Next, ayan, cultivate a sense of gratitude. I think it's, yun nga, not new for us believers, no? Dapat imperative na nga siya sa atin eh, no? But then, of course, we know that outside the Christian faith, kaya din naman maging grateful ng mga kaibigan, kapatid, kamag-anak natin, probably na maging grateful, no? So, it's just that the good news is we have, alam mo yon, mas malalim dapat na sense of gratitude because we have Christ, no? And but yun nga, minsan talagang ang kaaway pag umatake, we become the most ungrateful persons, no? Sometimes in our lowest point, no? And so, yun nga, in cultivating a sense of gratitude, we try to see, instead of, yun nga, our current, for example, struggle, yung good things in life, yung faithfulness ng Panginoon sa buhay natin, right? So, and even in the mundane, in your daily experiences, baka di natin napapansin, nagmamanifest yung faithfulness ng Panginoon doon. No? And according to research, ayan, gratitude has been associated with increased life satisfaction, according to several research studies. So, ayan, last two, set healthy boundaries. Sino dito yung mga yes person? Hirap na hirap mag-no. Parang dito mas maraming naka-relate. Oo. And even, collective experience or trait din to probably ng Pinoy, no? Kasi people pleasers generally ang Pinoy, no? So, yun nga, maraming kumbaga tatamaan dito. Ako din, no? At some point, depende sa circumstance, saying no would be the most difficult thing. But then, alam natin na hindi tayo unli, no? Minsan, para tayong kandilang upos, no? Nauubos din tayo. And so, para hindi tayo ma-overwhelm, maubos, alam natin yan, ma-apply nyo yan sa ministry din, sa work, right? We should learn to say no. Pero wag kayong magno-no kay Pastor. Baka yun ang take home ngayon, puro nag-no. Hindi. Yun nga, healthy boundaries, no. So, lastly, ayan, practice self-compassion. No, we have a very compassionate God, and who are we not to be compassionate to ourselves? So, by accepting that lahat tayo, we are, yun nga, sabi sa kanta, wretched. Hindi lang tayo basta flawed. We are wretched. And so, but the good news is we have Christ already, no? And so we can forgive ourselves, remembering and knowing that He forgave us first. So there, no? These are just some practical tips on how we can reframe our setbacks from limitations to opportunities or liberation. So what is the goal, no, of empowerment? Sige, next na tayo. So of course, now that we know that those tips hopefully, no, will be helpful as you apply it, paano naman natin siya isusustain? So just very quickly, we have 4 R's. Letter R, ayan, in which, yun nga, we can relate to empowerment. Research, sino dito mga estudyante pa? Baka, alam mo yun, may anxiety sa word na research. Hindi naman ito yung ganong klase ng research, no? Magaan lang to. We just have to access the right information. Because, yun nga, in this day and age, ang daming misinformation na baka imbes na makatulong sa atin to be more empowered, yun nga, boses yun ng mundo na hindi pa maka-empower sa atin. So we need to have the access to the right information and resources. But also, yun nga, on the level na outside sa spiritual realm natin, we also need to take care of ourselves, our psychological selves, our physical selves, and so meron naman tayong resources, no? Nandyan si Google, si Maring Google, and among other sites that has the right information or that have the right information. Next, ano ba tong, ayan, relate, no? As relational beings and as a church community, ayan. It's very important that hindi natin sarilinin. Whenever we feel that struggle of not being empowered or feeling empowered, we should remember that we have others. We have someone. No? Etong, yung care group nyo, the church community, to be encouraged again. And then relive, ano ba yung pwede nating i-relive? According to psychology, no, specifically from Abraham Maslow, sinong familiar sa kanya? Ayan, sa hierarchy of needs. Thank you, Joshua. So, sabi niya, no, dun sa third level, sa love and belongingness, importante that we re-experience yung positive experiences in life. Kasi yun nga, dadating na may negative experiences. May season na mas marami yung negative. And so, we need to relive. How do we do that? Hindi naman kailangan gumastos tayo lagi, no? Na, deserve ko to, ibubuk ko na tong... Pero sometimes, no, okay lang naman yun. Pero yun nga, if it becomes a syndrome already, baka mas, ma-feel nating least empowered tayo or hindi makatulong. And so, through journaling, halimbawa, ayan, no? Through that, nare-relive daw yung positive experience or nare-experience yung mga yon. Photo diary, through whatever media or means, no? If like Nika, you're into writing, then that would be effective, no? Maaalala natin every time na dadaan tayo again sa unos, turn lang natin dito sa page na to na, ay grabe, ganito pala ka-faithful si Lord in this chapter or in this circumstance that I went through. So yun. And then lastly, ayan, sino dito medyo nagsa-struggle sa rest? Ayan, hindi, kulang sa pahinga. I think etong, di ba, age group natin can resonate with that. But, yun nga, I think we should double down on really finding time and creating conscious effort to find rest, no? Physical rest and, of course, mental rest, lahat ng types ng rest. Social rest also, no? The pandemic created in us this effect na parang andaling maubos agad ng social battery natin. Na-experience nyo ba yun? Parang pre-pandemic, sige lang, go! Sa kahit saang mga gala, mga ganap. Pero parang ngayon, very limited na lang yung social energy natin. That's one of the effects of the pandemic. And that is just a reminder, no, that we need to rest. Because all of these would amount to nothing if, yun nga, we don't rest. No, ito yung refuel sa atin to go again and apply all of the things mentioned earlier. Sige, next tayo. Ayan. Ito na yung na-discuss natin earlier. So that's from yung WHO, WHO, World Health Organization. Sige, next. Ayan. So, this is a call for this community, as a church community and in the other communities that you belong to or that you are in. Let us be reminded that if empowerment should take place on the level of an individual, as it is also a multidimensional social process, then it should take place on the level of community. So no one is really empowered by being alone. If you see someone sa mga kapatiran ninyo, in the faith na nanghihina, and then ikaw, kumbaga, yun nga, you feel empowered naman at that point in your life, then encourage, be an encouragement to that person. And if ikaw naman yung nandun sa position na you feel weak, you feel least empowered, seek help. Because a lot of people in your community are willing to help you be empowered once more. Sige, next. So, yun nga, karamihan doon sa mga nabanggit natin kanina, although pinapahapyawan ko na ng biblical na perspective because I can't wait, masyadong practical in a sense, lest we forget, kailangan natin siya i-contextualize, sa buhay natin, again, bilang Kristiyano, YA na Kristiyano. So, sige. Sabi natin kanina, dun sa mga definition na tiningnan natin regarding empowerment or about empowerment, it implies that one has to have a greater sense of control over one's life in order for that person to be empowered or feel empowered. But, paradoxically, wala namang ganun sa scripture, right? The scripture, in fact, tells us that by surrendering, that's when we experience being empowered by the Word, by the Lord, by the Spirit. And so yung sense of control, kung ilalagay natin sa biblical context or perspective, it is being controlled by the Spirit. It's not really tayo mismo yung magmamaneuver ng buhay natin, I'll do things my way. We know that we are bound to fail if that's the course or the path that we are going to tread or take. Sige, next. So kung babalikan natin itong 4 hours na to, how are we going to apply research, relate, relive, and rest? Ayan. So, aside from the things in the internet that we can search, that would help us have a healthier well-being, hindi natin pwede, at eto dapat ang foremost, yung spiritual life natin. And we know that the right information equated with the truth can only be found in the Word. We can be nourished, we can be empowered once more through researching the Word or studying the Word. Next, ayan, relate. I think nagagawa nyo to consistently, which is really good. You get to fellowship with each other, and then, through care groups, and of course, also, most importantly, to bask in His presence. Our relationship has two, anong tawag doon? May x-axis and y-axis. Vertical and horizontal. So our vertical relationship, that's our relationship with the Lord. Right? And that's something that, we should that should be foremost in our lives. But also, we cannot disregard the horizontal aspect, ng relationship natin, which is yung relationship natin with our fellow believers and the people around us at large. So, there. We can sustain being empowered by connecting Of course, being connected with our Lord and with each other. Ayan. Paano ba nare-relive yung positive experiences sa buhay ng mananampalataya? Through, ayan, marami sa inyo part ng mga committees, ng mga ministries sa church, and you know, no, yung effort that it takes to be able to come up with an event, no, to plan and have a successful event. But, di ba, you know that it is worth it also. No, yung mga after the IRL, after a retreat, no, after a worship night, talagang may benefit siya sa bawat isa sa atin, no? And so, those experiences are something that we can relive in moments of weakness, in moments of frailty, no? That's why it's important to also invest on attending events such as these, no? Kaya again, I'm encouraged sa time na nilalaan din ninyo, no? And even tonight. And lastly, yung rest, we know that ultimately, 'di ba, our selves, restless tayo outside the presence of God. We've experienced that, no? Sa mga times nga na nanlalamig tayo. And so, we know where to find rest. We cannot find it elsewhere but in the presence of the Lord. Yung true and lasting rest. Alright. So, kung babalikan natin itong mga to, ilang minutes pa ako, sir? Ayan. Self-reflection, it's really reflecting. Again, how do we contextualize this in the life of a believer? So aside from yun nga, reflecting upon ourselves, our tendencies, no, alam na natin yun that we are weak, we are triggered by these things, and so, babalik tayo dun sa kung sino ba tayo sa Kanya. Diba? Let's reflect upon our identity, our self-identity in Christ. Focus on our strengths. We have God-given strengths, no? Whether we admit it or not. And hindi tayo magfo-focus doon parang, alam mo yon, for ego or what. But, alam natin na we are in a church community and kailangan, may mga roles tayong kailangan i-fulfill. And so, with being reminded of our strengths, mas mafulfill natin yung purpose natin as an individual, on a personal level, and sa level ng community. No? And that empowers not only you, but the church at large, as a whole. Ayan. Challenge negative thoughts. Of course, the enemy will always bombard us with, alam mo yun, mga lies niya. And so, ang pang-combat pa rin talaga natin dito ay yung salita ng Panginoon. No? And yung growth mindset, again, kung i-contextualize natin dito, talagang it can only be possible if we remind ourselves who are we in the Lord and who God is in our lives. Ayan. Resilience in the faith. So we put on the armor of God. No? Still, babalik tayo ng babalik. It's through His Word alone. And sense of gratitude. Of course, yun nga, meron tayong present grace in our daily lives, but also, later, babalikan natin, no? Ano ba yung greatest thing that we have received that we should be most grateful for? No? And even yung future grace that we can already be grateful for at present. And then, ayan, healthy boundaries, no? So, balance sa ating personal time with the Lord and time with fellowship, no? So, hindi pwedeng yun nga, unli tayo sa lahat ng bagay. And then, ayan, self-compassion, na-mention ko naman na earlier ito, no, na it is only possible that we can truly be compassionate or forgive ourselves when we know that the Lord has forgiven us completely already. Sige, next. So, we'll go back to that premise that our lives will never be free from problems and setbacks, disappointments. But, yun nga, this is a better news. That hindi tayo yung may control. Wala sa atin yung sense of control ultimately. But it is in our sovereign Lord. No? Many are the plans in the mind of a man, but it is the purpose of the Lord that will stand. Sometimes it might sound as hindi good news sa atin. Kasi yun nga, minsan gusto natin yung sarili nating diskarte, plano, eto na yung nakaset na mangyayari. But then, no, in hindsight, after that moment, you would see na tama si Lord, tama yung plano niya, buti na lang pala, hindi yung akin yung nasunod. Right? And with that, yung real sense of empowerment comes in. Okay, next. Yeah, this is the good news about the Lord being sovereign in His plan in our lives. We know that His plan, diba, will always work for our good. We know that for those who love God, all things work together for good. For those who are called according to His purpose. No, alam naman natin, lahat tayo dito, we are called according to His purpose, right? Not by our own merits, but by the grace of God alone. And so this is a humbling truth, right? Na hindi na nga ikaw yung may control sa lahat ng nangyayari sa'yo. Merong may control at si Lord yun. At lahat pa ng, yun nga, mapagdadaanan natin or dadanasin natin ay according sa purpose niya. No? According to His good, pleasing, and perfect will. Next. So, we can infer, no, that, of course, in this world, no, kung hindi tayo Kristiyano, there would be moments of empowerment or feeling empowered, #feeling empowered. But, all those are fleeting. No? From an eternal perspective or lens, alam natin na at the end of the day, yun nga, hanggang dito lang yun. Yung kasayahan na makukuha natin on, let's say, a promotion, on attending a concert of someone that you really are a fan of or stan ninyo, di ba? Although yun nga, wala namang masama doon, no? But then, fleeting siya. But empowerment from Christ is the lasting and profound kind of empowerment. So, again, paradoxical talaga, no? Itong topic natin in relation to the word. Because, diba? What is your mental image of a person being empowered? Diba? Standing strong, o kaya nakaganyan, o kaya Superman, I don't know, ganong image, right? But, the Bible tells us, that we are weak, and we have to admit that we are weak. But, in our weakness, then, we are strong. No? 2 Corinthians 12:9 tells us that, "But He said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me." No, it's such a beautiful thing that this is the Lord's promise. Just to share, very quickly lang. Before, etong araw na to, before to dumating, the entire week, Diba? Ayan. The entire week, the Lord allowed me to go through circumstances wherein I feel so weak. I feel so discouraged. Yun nga, may moments of doubt, self-doubt, and all the negative emotions coming in. But then, yun nga, nagpapasalamat ako sa Panginoon na He let me experience that so that I can stand before you today na I can tell na hindi ako perfect or hindi ako dumating dito ng sobrang, alam mo yun, I can stand strong, I'm very strong, but, yun nga, in those moments of weakness, nireveal ng Panginoon kung gaano siya kabuti, kung gaano siya ka-faithful sa akin amidst my circumstances, amidst my mental turmoils and all. No? And I know you kayo din, na-experience niyo yan, no? In those low moments or times. And yun lang, let's just be reminded that His grace will always be, is and will always be sufficient for us. Ayan. Before we come to a close, no, yun nga, if there's any encouragement that we can really bring home or remember when it comes to empowerment, no, ito, the greatest picture of empowerment was best displayed at the cross. After all, no. So, of course, our favorite or most memorized verse, right? In John 3:16, let's just revisit it. For God so loved the world that He gave His only Son. No, ganun yung plano niya. Ganun tayo kawalang control, kawalang ambag sa plano niya. Yet, diba, us who believe in Him, whoever believes in Him, we are so empowered that we would not perish, but we are promised of an eternal life with the Father. So, again, whenever we experience, struggles, trials of various kinds, let us be reminded of the gospel, of this beautiful, undeserved grace that we have. And after all, again, alam naman natin to, no? Mahirap lang siya isa pamuhay sa araw-araw to live for the glory of God, no? Madali pag nandito tayo sa church, di ba? We feel so encouraged. But pagdating ng Monday, ayan na, inaharap na natin yung realidad ng various kinds of trials. But, again, no, this is the challenge for us to really live for the glory of God, whether we eat or we drink or whatever we do, no? And so we strive to be empowered, no? Because we have this call, no, to display Christ, to live for His glory. So being empowered by Christ is the profound, again, and lasting kind of empowerment. And as a church, let us strive to be empowered together in the Lord. Again, no one becomes empowered here by himself or alone. Lest we forget, empowered lives empower lives. And so that's what we want to happen, no? Going forward. As a church, paglabas natin, or sa mga kakilala natin outside our circle, how can we be a blessing? How can we empower them as well as we have been empowered by Christ Himself?